I was one of those people that was out there talking about how bad these were going to be. I knew they were going to be bad. Anybody who has been subjected to systemic abuse of any sort recognizes what were they thinking? You know what they were thinking because now we've seen all of the unredacted material.
You can read the redacted section of the Epstein files by simply copying the text and pasting it.
Oh, look at this pesky redaction. Let's
Show us how it's done.
let's just get rid of that.
Holy sh! That
is
We can see it all, and we can see him for who we always knew that he was.
Tell me why people are still defending Trump like this isn't the last exit before the cliff. In the newly released Epstein files is an intake report. A 13-year-old survivor who came forward to law enforcement. In this federal record, she names Donald Trump and describes violence over and over. She describes a pregnancy. She describes her child, an infant's body, being thrown into Lake Michigan while Donald Trump was there. These are not internet rumors. These are federal records that were received, logged, and archived by the U.S. government, stating that the sitting president purchased and used a 13-year-old child multiple times. And then when that child wound up pregnant, showed up to Lake Michigan to dispose of the body. And I see that people are saying that this is why he talked about post-birth abortion, but I need to be very clear. This is murder. There is no post-birth abortion. This is murder. This document describes our sitting president participating in and witnessing a murder of an infant born to a 13-year-old victim, a 13-year-old survivor.
I know that we are all angry. I feel this anger.
I cannot ever remember being more sick to my stomach in my life. I just watched a major news host go on national television and casually downplay the abuse of 14 and 15-year-old kids. Kids! As if harming them is somehow less serious than harming younger children. As if there's some kind of sliding scale of humanity where older kids magically don't count. And she said it like she was talking about the weather. Like it was nothing. Like we're all supposed to nod along with this craziness. No, absolutely not. And we all know why this narrative is being floated right now. This is the warm-up act. This is the softening of the ground because there are powerful people, extremely powerful people who are terrified about what the public is about to learn. People with titles, people with offices, people with recognizable last names, and I don't care what fucking letter comes after their name. R, D, whatever. Because abuse is not partisan. Predators don't get to hide behind political branding. What we are hearing right now is the first attempt to rewrite the moral code, to normalize the unthinkable, to pre-excuse crimes against kids. Because the people involved are important. And it's fucking disgusting. And the fact that a woman with a national platform is out here minimizing the abuse of teenagers by calling them almost legal or barely legal. What are we even doing? What fucking timeline is this? Who benefits from this kind of framing? Because it sure the fuck's not the survivors. This is how the powerful protect the powerful. This is how grooming becomes misunderstanding. This is how exploitation becomes scandal. This is how crimes get rebranded as bad decisions. And I'm done. I am sick of this fucking bullshit. We should all be sick of this. All of us. These are children. They do not exist to be harmed, touched, preyed upon, or used by adults. Rich, famous, presidential, or otherwise. So when are we going to be done with this? Are you done? I'm done. When are we going to stop letting people with microphones shift the fucking narrative around abuse? When are we going to stop giving cover to the most powerful offenders in this country? Because I promise you this, the truth is coming. And no amount of preemptive spin is going to make it any easier or any less horrifying. Get in the streets and stay pissed off. It's time for billionaires to be behind bars.
It's all disgusting, it's all abusive, and it's all pedophilia. And I don't want... I knew that there was going to be this push to normalize this. I think this is exactly why they've been pushing in red states to lower the age of consent to 14, because that was their prime target age. And he knew these were going to come out. These were going to ruin him. And he was doing everything he could in the background, like background apps, running constantly, trying to pick up on the noise that's going on, to pick up on the chatter on the internet and figure out what we're going to do. How bad is this going to get?
So those files, everyone kept saying that, like, expect them to be worse than you think.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was one of those people.
And I was like, what does that mean? What could that mean? Like, they're eating people? But they're right. I was not expecting a 13-year-old girl to say that our president was standing right there when her uncle threw her newborn baby into Lake Michigan. Yeah. That was worse than I expected.
I think it's over for him. He knows it's over for him. Look at how pathetic. Look at how guilty. He's oozing guilt from his huge pores.
Like, for instance, today we're building the biggest ships in the world, most powerful ships in the world, and they're asking me questions about Jeffrey Epstein. I thought that was finished. I believe they gave over 100,000 pages of documents.
Yes, we are. We are. You know, we're still talking about them. We are.